This is Golden Lion Tarot, here to bring you secrets of your bloodline. So with this reading, I hope to achieve some maybe secretive information that your bloodline is carrying or your ancestry has for you. Something that's going to help you a little bit more on your journey and give you a little bit more insight as to what's going on in your life and maybe why you're feeling the way you are. Okay, so I thank you for being here, and I thank everyone that has subscribed this far and that has given me a thumbs up for each of these videos that I produce. And I love doing this for you, so I appreciate when you give me the love back and assist me as well. So the first pile today is this black and brown beautiful gemstone. And I ask this lovely crystal to bring more unity to all the opposing forces that may be showing themselves in your life lately. I ask that doors be open for new opportunities just for you. Okay, on pile 2 we have this lovely little gold stone, always sparkly and shiny, and I ask pile 2 to help them to shine and to feel the love that resides within them. Help it to open up the ability to shine and to feel safe shining. And I ask that certain beings from your ancestry are here with us and assist you with the ability to make your life a bit more enriching. And pile number 3, we have this tiger's eye. And I ask that this lovely tiger eye assist with granting pile 3 more inner strength. We could all use more strength so that you may be able to move toward your desired goals. And may you feel more loved and appreciated by the world that surrounds you. Okay, so please pause the video, do whatever you need to get aligned with the energies of each of these piles, and I will see you in the reading. Hi, beautiful souls. Right now, I'm doing readings based off of donations. So whatever you feel you can give, $20, $40, $50, $60, $100, any amount that you're able to afford will get you a reading with me. So look down below on how to do that, and we will dig into some of your deeper questions. Welcome to your reading, pile 1. You chose this brown and white crystal. And today I ask that this crystal work with you to bring harmony and unity to all opposing forces in your life. I ask that new doors be open for opportunities, bringing you on the highest level of your excitement. All right, so what is it? What are the secrets of your bloodline? All right, let's grab your cards and get started. Okay, so first off, I wanted to know like what your family trauma is, or what, your bloodline is offering you. Trauma could be an instigator for goodness, or it can be an instigator for pain. And I just want to see what it is that is that you are dealing with at this time from your family lineage, from your genealogy, from your ancestry, through the bloodline straight to you. All right, we've got Allied Invader. So at some point, and this is, I'm sure, no surprise to you, but your family endured, your bloodline endured an atrocious world war. It could be World War I, World War II. It could be any war that either you were conscripted into, family members were, or people went into hiding from. There could have been race and discrimination from this war. We also have like the Holocaust energy, Hiroshima, okay? Or you could have been, your family lineage could have been like the defender of a certain race, or of the weak, or of their country. There's a strong sense of holding on to your race or your lineage or what is yours. Maybe you were refugees, or you had to go into hiding in some way. You needed to be very sparing with your resources. A lot of times war can bring famine and hardship and poverty. So this war mentality, it could be in any sort of way, or it could be just like holding onto your resources and keeping people out, keeping people away from what you have. Could have been handed down to you from this war like mindset. Because with wartime shortages and not having enough seems to play a big role. This could make your lineage put up like a guarded wall for other people, or it could even allow your lineage to guard their emotions. Maybe your family's not able to show their emotions when they have one because they've learned to put up walls around that, guard it, even like guard it with everything that they have, like even with getting their pistols out and just being like, back up, these are my emotions, we're not going there. Or they could pent up their emotions so strongly that it comes out in angry, awful outbursts, misplaced anger. Could even be like hurting the ones that we love, because we're not able to understand our emotions. We're scared of our emotions, scared of, being who we truly are and putting our emotions on the table, because they were told at some point that they are not valid, or that their emotions need to be put aside because this is wartime. There's no place for emotions in war. I'm feeling emotions and a very walled experience, a war feeling type energy. All right, so I asked what your family has opened for you, and we've got the end. Oh, so cool. So you're bringing the end to this. You're bringing the end to this war mentality, this place where you have to guard your resources, guard your emotions, guard everything that you are. You're bringing an end to this. And this card showing up in the reverse, and that's a cool card. There's like a portal open, and this awesome like hermit looking man safely bringing the divine feminine into the portal of enlightenment through these like trepid seas of intuition and crazy outburst, right? She's finding the path to the guiding light, to being emotionally strong, to being emotionally stable, and to overcoming her past. She's moving forward with the help of this guide, with the help of her subconscious, with the help of her higher self. She's making her way. She has the light. She carries the torch within herself. And I believe this is you. You have the light, you have the torch, and you have the guide, you have the wisdom. The wisdom is behind you, and you are lighting the way to this new portal. The end is dawning near. It may not be in the upright this moment, but it's here. It's presenting itself. It wouldn't be in the cards if it wasn't here. So congratulations for moving forward with these stagnated energies from the bloodline. And I don't want to say that they gave you only bad energies, because they also gave you warrior energy. They made you one badass individual, someone that's able to stand up for what they believe in, stand up for what is right, defend the meek, defend the weak, defend the ones that aren't able to be defended. I feel like you're going where no other family member has traveled yet, and you're going to go far. Let's pull another card on where you're going, or what they gave you and where you're going. You've got the Fool, which is the first card in the whole deck. So you're gonna be feeling freed. You're gonna be feeling like the wind is in your back and the sun is on your face. Once you enter through this portal, and you're already touching it, you're already feeling it. Your feet are already like stepping onto the new path. Maybe it's time to listen to some different music to help bring up these energies that are stored deep within your DNA. It's time to see them. So if you start seeing things in yourself like that, you might be a little stingy, or you might defend yourself when you don't need to. Maybe you feel guarded at times and you don't really need to. That's like an old energy that's resurfacing for you to see it. See it, touch it, taste it, feel it, in order to release it. Okay, because you're gonna be stepping onto a brand new platform because of this, because you're noticing your past, because you're looking at your family lineage, because you're seeing what your forefathers or what your parents did that maybe wasn't so appealing to you. And I think you already know this, but it's time to look at it a little bit and see where it has transpired into your own life. Or what did they do to hold you back in life? All right. Next out, they gave you memories. Okay, so maybe, some of them were great, some of them weren't so great. We've got bittersweet memories. It's time to reminisce. It's time to look at the past. That's exactly it. It's time to see, what was handed to you. I feel like you already know. I feel like you're not going to have to dig too hard. You already have the memories. They're dwelling within you. Maybe you're just going to have to reminisce a little bit. Remember some of the things that you didn't like. Maybe there's some nasty memories that need to surface, or it's time to remember them, something that wasn't, properly dealt with right. Maybe something happened in your family and you don't think that your family dealt with it properly. Right? It's time to understand what happened, to heal emotionally, just by noticing it, by seeing what they handed you, and keep that lesson for your future so that you don't imitate that rational mind belief system, the way they rationed their beliefs and rationed their way through something. All right. What you need to know, you need to know that you have plenty of time. Time is on your side here. Don't feel rushed with this situation. Don't feel like you have to get it done in one day. Don't feel like you have to get it done in 1 year. Okay? Everything's going to work out perfectly for you. You don't even have to worry about getting it done by a certain date. Throw the schedule out the window. Don't try to push this. Definitely look at it as it comes up. Don't push it away by any means. Please don't push it away. It's time for you to go through this door. Welcome it. But don't be afraid if another piece of it comes up a little later in life. That's because you healed a portion of it. And then if it resurfaces a little later in life, it's time to heal the next portion of that. I feel like your family members maybe avenged the deaths of family members in their tribe or in their family through a war. And now it's kind of like inside of you to avenge the wrong, avenge the weak, avenge yourself, avenge your children, avenge your boyfriend, girlfriend. And there's a time and a place for that, right? There's always stand up for somebody that's not being treated right, but avenging, that's a whole nother realm of where only pain and trauma are going to come in. You don't really need to avenge because the universe takes care of that through karma and through will and through its own like ability to determine outcomes and needed solutions. What else do you need to know? So we've got the Jack of Spades, and I feel like with this card we have this little gentleman herding his sheep with his family, faithful companion dog there with the sun coming up. And I feel like this could signify the pioneering spirit of your family. They actually gave you a very distinct pioneering spirit. They were strong. They are strong, and they have made you strong. You are like an ox. You are like them on steroids, the strength that was delivered to you. You're like an unmovable bull. If you need to stand strong, you stand strong. When chaos breaks out and things are falling apart around you, somehow you hold a sense of peace and tranquility, and you become laser focused. Your intuition just like catches, and you know exactly where to move because your family lineage handed that down to you, the ability to strive under stress, to strive under hardship. I just see this man that's like coming to new land with his family, with his resources, and he doesn't know what's beyond the next hill, but he steadily goes forward seeking solace, and seeking his ability to honor love, to honor where that task has led him. All right, and I feel like in the past maybe the family lineage wasn't able to honor love as they did that. I'm not saying they were bad people by any means, not that, but they were very heart worn down about the avenging of a lost loved one or protecting their valuables or protecting themselves. I feel like a sort of sadness grew from that. All right, let's see what the gift is that they gave to you. Oh dear, look at you go. This is you soaring. This is you putting on the wings and taking off. Yep, you have a spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. That's beautiful, right? I feel like we all have the ability, whether we harness it and grow it or not, to heal one another. But we don't all, and I'm not saying everyone does it, but we have the ability, I believe that. But not everybody has the desire to share it with others. You do. And that's where I was feeling like somebody holding their resources very tightly within your family unit. But not you. You're not going to do that. You're not going to hold your resources so tightly that you're not able to spread your love. So if you've been holding your resources too tightly, that might be bringing forth some repressed energy from your past lineage that it's time to look at. Because I feel something that's been confined totally opening up. And your family was able to turn a tragedy into like a brand new seedling for life, for hope. And you too have this intrinsic ability within you. But you're like, you have it on steroids. You're like this awesome light worker, starseed being that's like actually came to Earth to help humanity. So the sooner you get into the role of knowing that, the sooner you're going to open your wings and transmit this light to all the people that are around you, including yourself. Yes, you are such an old soul. That's why you're able to go farther than the rest of your lineage, because you are a very deep old soul, and maybe you have incarnated out of your family. Maybe you've incarnated a few times through this family lineage, and that's why you're so evolved. All right, let's just grab a few more cards, because to get more clarity on the situation. The Emperor, look at you. This is how strong your family instilled moving forward, moving ahead. Like, you have the ram horns, the sense of, I can do it, I can pursue, I will get through anything. Come hell or high water, this person is going to persist. And that's your DNA, that's in your blood. So thank your family for giving you that energy. Thank your lineage for that, because that was a gift from them. All right. So the Ten of Pentacles, maybe your family really guarded its finances, or maybe there was a time that they shared their finances and that opened your heart. Or they shared like a room, or they shared like their wealth, or they shared food, or they shared some resource with another individual, and you kind of remember some good things that they did too. Beautiful. Beautiful. But there is a sense of guarding, I feel, in this. It could be that they guarded, if they gave their resources, then they guarded their emotions. Let me know about the guarding of emotions. The Queen of Wands is a fiery, energetic spirit. So if one's guarding their emotions, then there may be like angry outburst or suppressed passions. If somebody's sad, then they may have like a suppressed passion within them. Because I do get a sense of, if they're healers here, there's a woundedness. So there's a emotional situation that needs to be overturned, uprooted, and then replanted in order to raise the bar. So if some of you are feeling hopeless or sinking into despair or falling apart in some area of your life, that's not the end all be all, okay? That's not a hole that you're just going to land in and stay in. No. Instead, there's just some emotional well-being that maybe you need to express to another individual in order for you to heal, or you need to journal about a situation in order for you to heal. It's not your end-all be-all. This is not where you land. You have too much fiery energy, too much compassion for others. You are a healer. And I feel like if, like, maybe some of your family members left you with some like depression issues, or they were on medication, or you're on medication, I just believe that if that's the case, like you're not going to be on them forever. And I don't think medications are always bad either. I really don't. But you're so strong that you may end up walking through the door of finding ways to cope without them. That's how tough you are. And if there's a little bit of repression, then it needs to have the door opened on it, because you've got the portal. This is the end. You are at the end of something here that's big. And here you are, Page of Wands, exploring the new again. Same as the Fool energy. This is you finding out new things that you love about yourself, that you love about Earth, that you tangibly can be passionate about here on this earthly plane. And maybe that's going to be fine. That's going to be healing other people because you learned how to overturn, uproot, and replant. And now it's become like a viable new seedling, and it's blooming into this beautiful, beautiful flower. All right, let's just grab one of these and one of those. Anything you need to know here? Sex to avoid the problem is just that, avoiding the problem. So don't pretend there is no problem, especially if it's in a relationship. I feel like you have chemistry with people. People may want to have sex with you, or you may want to just like, oh, well, we have great sexual chemistry, so that's that. No, that's not that. That's that. If you're in a relationship, you want more than just having great sexual energy with the person. You want to be honored by that person. You want to honor them. You want to feel like you're breaking barriers together, that you are growing, and that you are oriented with the same goals in life, just not sexually attracted to one another. So don't just use sex to avoid a problem, please. It's not going to help you in this situation right now. All right, I clear my energy field. That's going to clear your energy field right there. And you are clearing your energy field in so many different ways right now. Like, kudos to you. You also got, I am a light in the world. Yes, you are. You are holding the light. You are literally holding the light right there. You are the light. You are what you have been waiting for this whole time. So congratulations for finding yourself and for being brave. And thank your family lineage for giving you that bravery, because you are confident and you're becoming even more confident. And it's going to change your external world is changing because of it. You are walking into new territory and gaining new passions, new insights. All right, so sometimes you have to throw the schedule out the window when it comes to emotional repair and emotional, like, surfacing. Emotions that surface need no time. They need to be out of the time schedule. All right, so give them your full attention in order to keep manifesting this beautiful light that you are. All right, guys, if you haven't subscribed to me, please do so. You know, when you give when you give, then the world gives back to you, and it's always appreciated for me, and it also helps me to do these readings to feel your energy. So make sure you do that and like this reading, and I will see you in the next. Pile 2 chose this a lovely little goldstone bit, and today I ask that this goldstone deliver the assistance for pile 2 to shine, to feel like they are seen and that they are brilliant and that they shine beautifully. And I also ask that the love from certain beings from their ancestry be brought through this reading today, and also brought through to pile 2 after this reading, so they're able to feel a union, a kinship with their ancestry. All right, pile 2, you are so valuable and beautiful. All right, let me grab your cards. Okay, so what is it? What are the secrets of your bloodlines? What are some secret from your ancestry that could assist you at this time of your life? All right, first out, we've got oppression. Okay, so this could be a family lineage. This could date back, right? We've had so much oppression in our world. Like, that was the name of the game for hundreds of years, even thousands, right? There's been battles, there's been war over oppression, there's been race debates, there has been class debates on, you know, who is fit to be served and who should be serving. And of course your family played a role in this, but not just of course. Like they played a big role with this. There's something sacred here. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's gonna go under the religious category. And for some of you that are like, oh, my family's not religious, okay, that's fine. But I feel like at some point, years, okay, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, if not more, there was an oppression over some like religious literature that was going around. Somebody wrote something about not agreeing maybe with the Catholic religion, or it could be with whatever religion that your family heritage belongs to. For example, say they are Protestant, maybe they're Catholic, but at one point, like maybe like in the 1500s, this could have taken place. They dabbled in the Protestant lifestyle. They read some books, they read some literature, they found out that other people were taking religion in their own hands, and the government, their leaders, oppressed this. They didn't like the information that you had going around, so that you had, one of your family members, if not many of them, had to become very elegant in the way in whom they spoke to. They would rather retreat easily when they felt that the people around them, weren't sympathetic with the new ideas that were sprouting in this area. This could even date back as far as like medieval times, paganistic rituals. Maybe there were people in your family lineage that hid the fact that they kept some of their sacred pagan belief systems like embedded into the family for long after that part of the religion was cleansed from our forefathers, from the people that came before us. Because at one point, like, Roman history surely shows that paganistic belief systems were like the way of most of the world. Definitely like Roman area and England areas before Christianity and Catholicism took hold. Like, this could be an array, okay? These are just the religions that I am more in tune with, being an American individual. Like, that's my family history. Not really, but those are things that I can relate to somewhat and can understand and can see within this card. So it's something along those lines. Yeah, I feel like some of your ancestors were real badasses, keeping things on the DL, and other people knew to come to them for sacred information, or on a new way of looking at something, on a new, perhaps better religious opportunity. And maybe they got shut right down, maybe they were killed for it, maybe they knew somebody that was killed for it, so they learned how to really keep their mouth closed during the right circumstances. So maybe you could feel this dynamic out. Like, how does your family put their nose up toward certain religions, certain races, or do they find themselves, standing up for the underdog, or standing up, having empathy for races that are, suppressed? Do they share empathy toward minorities, or do they snicker and act as if their race is smarter, more valid in having favor? Because I don't believe that. I believe your family has been the underdog and knows how to hold on to sacred knowledge, which is super cool. So this is also, it could indicate social classes They could have been fighting for more conformity, more unity among social classes. Some of them could have fought for like women's right in the domestic avenue. Or you could have had like people during Martin Luther King's days where you were standing up and speaking out, or standing up for the ones that were speaking out during this time of oppression, during this time of Black lives, Black rights, women's rights. They both came around the same time. First Blacks got the right to vote, and then women did. So your ancestry could have played a intricate role during this opening of non-oppression, the beginning of it. Okay, very cool. So I feel like you're gonna have some ancestor, someone from way back is influencing you this day, or else this energy wouldn't be rolling up right now. So very cool. So maybe it's time to thank that ancestor for the work that they did in bringing more unity to our planet. Okay, now we've got hoping, expecting, faith, manifesting. Yeah, you guys have someone that brought hope to a lot of people that were conditioned to believe they were less than another group of people. I feel like there's a lot of hype around suppression. There's a lot of hype around holding on to sacred, serious information that was circulating the population, but your ancestors somehow kept it out of the hands of like the wrong people and got it into the hands, giving a lot of hope, a lot of faith, which ended up manifesting the life that we're at now, right? We're still working on this same issue, but it's so much better than it was at the time of this ancestor. Hey, we've got Milky Way in perspective. Yeah, you guys have a real, like, I feel like you're intelligent. You have like a perspective that is like a step above humanity. You kind of take the role of guiding other people into a more expanded way of seeing things, a more enlightened aspect than maybe like someone will say, well, this blah blah blah, and then you're like, right, but it also affects this over here, and it kind of opens up a doorway for other people, and you show them the way with this. That's because this ancestor and you share a commonality, and you guys like work off of each other in trying to heal mankind with a serious issue. Ooh, so your ancestry could have been heartbreakers too, or your bloodline carries some heartbreak energy. You could be like, have some good looking people in your family, or just like beautiful hearted people, so that you have like an attraction. There's an attraction when somebody smiles a lot, or has uplifting energy, or talks positively, or brings in new information. Even if somebody is like the bringer of something higher knowledge, then other people can find themselves deeply attracted to the bringer of this knowledge. So your family members in your blood history, bloodline could have broken a few hearts in their day. Some people, I think, were heartbreakers, or still are heartbreakers to this day. Or else people just seem to fall in love with them easily. I find your bloodline has a lot of desirability to it. Books. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. Wow. Yes. So I got the feeling that your bloodline was highly intelligent, and Oh, the books being carried by your family members. Here's the books being carried by your family members with the sacred knowledge. This can go back all the way to ancient Egypt, like the Book of the Dead, or ancient manuscripts from Kem, or ancient knowledge from, under the Sphinx's right paw, or what, I don't know. There's some beautiful knowledge that your ancestry was a part of preserving. And it trickled down to you. And I feel like you are carrying that seed somehow. And you're going to find your life's purpose through that energy, through this book carrying, through traveling with higher energy, higher wisdom. And I feel like some people had vanity or pride attached to this energy, but not your ancestry. It came from a real, true spirit of trying to enlighten the common folks, the common people. But I also feel like it could have brought kind of a hole into the heart, because there was this, I felt a real uplifting energy from this reading, but now I'm feeling like a hole kind of sprang, a sort of, I don't want to say depression, but loss, this feeling of never getting what you want, or not being able to seize the opportunity that perhaps could have been, sought after and captured if the right people were empowered, that your ancestors lived with, were among. So maybe it caused a rippling effect of some pain in the soul as well. Because there was a deep desire to help humanity here. And if that deep desire isn't met, then to the fullest that they believe they could make change, then there could be some sadness that ended up dripping down. So you may be able to revive this if there's an empty feeling. You may be able to revive that just by, doing what your ancestor did and creatively finding ways to inform people that aren't informed, maybe through social networking or technology, right? We have internet now. There's ways to connect with people that are like-minded and want to get news out. There's ways to do that. And I feel like you're going to find some fulfillment through assisting that energy, through carrying out the mission of your forebearers. Presence. What a beautiful card. I just see this as the opening of the book, and this brilliant, beautiful information just falling through and feeling like you're getting swept away into a brand new world. Because that's what knowledge does. Knowledge creates new worlds. It's a power. And you hold this power thanks to your bloodline. So maybe, your family isn't always easy to get along with, or maybe there's people that you just really don't relate to, but I feel like there's a big sense of kinship within your family because of this energy. I feel like there was more than one person. Probably one person really held this energy, but I think it took a network. Because now I'm just getting a circle sense. A circle of trust, circle of unity, circle of knowledge. Blood is thicker than water even. I feel like you had there was a time that this family member had a close, maybe it was just one or two other family members, but there's a tight circle of leaning on one another and working off one another and hearing each other's thoughts and commingling ideas. And I feel like that also has dripped down to you, because I feel like you have I feel like you have a desire to unite people, and your family has given that to you. Maybe someone in your family has always been there for you, or they don't, they would go into battle for you. There's a sense of kinship here. Let's get some clarity on Five of Cups. Yeah, that was that hole in the heart that I was feeling caused from this oppression. So there could be times that this person wanted to give up, that they just didn't, that they could feel that the time wasn't where we are today. Like they had this sacred, grand knowledge, but too many people were knocking them down, too many roadblocks, too many people that just weren't smart enough or just weren't strong enough to seize the opportunity to improve humanity. And it could have gotten, you know, their spirits down. The card of Miss Hoping. Seven of Pentacles. Ah, your bloodline grew a lot of hope. They grew a lot of seeds. They changed a lot of people's lives. They tended to this garden, and even if they felt like they were being robbed from, or it stole their life, or it took too much of their time, or at times they probably thought that it wasn't worth the sacrifice, like something was being taken from them, even though they were smarter than hell and did it right. Like they should know, and you should know, that the hope that was given to so many people was worth all the work that was put into that. So thank you to your family member, and to you if you're carrying on this work too. Look at that. It takes a lot of strength and a lot of determination and willpower to stand up for a new perspective, because most people are comfortable with the old. And it takes people a lot of time to adjust to a new way of thinking. And it's not for the weak. It's for the brave to get up and say, hey, have you ever looked at it like this? And everyone's like, huh? What are you, an alien? That's not anything what I've learned. Then perhaps years later, they're able to see the truth in that. And I feel like this energy that's trickling down to you, like when you do these type of things, like they really take hold, they really take root, and they're sprouting now, whereas maybe in the past lineage they weren't able to sprout quite as well. They are truly sprouting these days. So keep up the awesome good work. Oh, we got the Death card, the Ten of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Oh my gosh, what? Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? I don't know, I'm making some crap up, but I feel like somebody here has love coming toward them. So I feel like this standing up for righteousness, standing up for goodness, standing up for the circle of trust, standing up for beauty, standing up for love is going to bring you the love of your life. Quite frankly, that's what I'm feeling here. The way you stand up for these beautiful things is bringing an end to old systems and bringing in love for not only you, but like for the world, for so many other people. So definitely for you too. For definite, for you and many others. And let's get one on the books. Oh my gosh, more C's. I just see this growing energy. You got the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Standing in your power, having, you know, you're tending to your garden so brilliantly that you get like award-winning tomatoes, award-winning watermelons, award-winning vegetables, award-winning fruits of your labor. And I feel like the ones that let like the pride and vanity get to their head are not going to have the fruits of their labor like you are going to, because you're doing it for like the right purpose, like your ancestor did. And presence. Emperor, this is going to happen. This is happening and you are part of it. You were selected to do this job, possibly by your ancestor, by your bloodline. Like this is a forward moving momentum that's like unstoppable, and your presence is needed. and you have like strength behind you, and you're so loved and you're so beautiful, and things are working out for you. I feel like you need trust, like you instill trust into people, because I feel like your family members also have instilled trust into you, or somebody you believe like family's always going to be there, so you're always going to be there for your close-knit people, definitely for your family, like there's no question about it. They instill the sense of unity and true kinship into you. I feel like breaking the trust is like a serious sin, and I feel like you seek this detail when you're dating or considering a mate. You also attract this quality, and if you haven't attracted this quality yet, then that's coming for you. Love is in the cards. Abundance is a state of mind. So if you want to feel abundant and wealthy, then feel it. What do you have right this minute to feel wealthy and abundant about? There's something. Name it. Name a few things right now. What are you abundant about? Clear your karma. Okay, so maybe there's a little karma tied up with receiving your abundance or helping to bring forth more of this energy. That's okay, right? We all have some karma on this earth. Your ancestors did, I do, you do, we all do. If we didn't, we wouldn't be sitting here doing this beautiful reading together, okay? We're all working on some things because we're clearing that out of the ethers. And you have a grand job of doing that here on this earth. And abundance is yours. So what is it? Do you not feel worthy? Do you believe that money is, greedy? What? Get to the center, the core of your belief system that's holding you back from having a beautiful, abundant mindset. Because it's time to clear some of your karma. You're not going to be able to clear all of it, okay, in one moment. But it's time to clear one of the pieces. Which piece are you ready to clear? What are you doing right now that you don't like? What are you doing recently that you don't like that you did to yourself or to someone else? State it. That's what it's time to clear. All right. Okay, guys, I just want to thank everyone that has subscribed to my channel thus far. I love you guys. I love feeling into your energy, and thank you for giving me all the thumbs up. I appreciate each and every thumb up, each and every response, each and every moment that you take, a minute or whatever out of your day to, leave me a little comment and let me know what's going on with you. I send you guys so much love as you continue on your journey. Welcome to your reading, pile number 3. Today you chose this lovely tiger's eye. And I ask that this tiger eye assist you with strengthening your inner strength so that you may be able to pursue your goals in a beautiful, magical way. And that you may feel loved and appreciated throughout your journey. Okay, so what is the secrets of your bloodline? Let's see what the cards and spirit has in store for you today. Okay. We have extremism. Okay. So mystical is standing out for me, but we also have evangelical and reverence and religious devotion. Okay, so there's some sort of family lineage through your bloodline coming in today that wants to talk to you about extremism and your mystical side, and maybe this was brought out through other people in your life that were like totally devoted to religion. Maybe religious beliefs that you were brought up in turned you off, or you saw things in religion that you didn't agree with, and it totally made you turn your head in a totally opposite manner of which maybe your parents were expecting it to do. I'm getting like that energy of like the rowdy preacher's kids, or I don't think that they'd be rowdy when they were young children. I think that they would obey well, but when they get to the, the teenage years, then they might be like super rowdy. Or the naughty Catholic school kid that looks beautiful in the pew and looks like, they have everything working out the way that their parents or their elders had planned them to work out. But when the door closes and they turn around, they walk out wearing a completely different outfit that they were planning or showing their parents that they were wearing. Something to this degree, extremism, right? When we are abused, then, and we want to heal from it, sometimes we go in the complete opposite way of self-healing, devotion to our healing. And this can be a really beautiful, beautiful thing. And I feel that this is something that someone in your bloodline has instilled the ability to use extremism to your advantage. So this is someone from your ancestry's DNA. There was someone else in your family DNA. It could be 100 years ago, it could be 300 years ago, it could be 1,000 years ago, that did something similar to you, and that is rippling down, bleeding through to you, giving you a bit more inner strength and a little bit more courage to go the opposite way from something that you were dealt with. It could even be like atheism, or like if you grew up in atheism and not learning anything about God or God's love or religious backgrounds, it could have pushed you into a sort of religion. I mean, you're watching this video, so you have a quite open mind, and you're probably not too caught up in dogmatic religions, but you could have found God in trees, or in the mountains, or in the sun, or in life itself, or in a newborn baby, in love. Right? It would be going the extreme opposite way from the dogmatic rituals of the monotony of the religious acts that are held within churches on a regular basis. You're more of like an open-minded. The mystical keeps standing out to me. You may be a mystic. You may be like have been a high priestess in a past lifetime, or an oracle, or an elder of a society that was very mystical, magical of nature. You could have had a fairy life, or an elemental, like a little creature out in the woods that's kind of fairy-ish, elvenish. It could be so many different ways. Oh, I'm feeling a lot of fairy energy around you guys in this pile. Very cool, beautiful, fun. You like to have fun. You like to be lighthearted. And if you're not having enough fun in your life, it's time to skip a little, jump around a little bit, act like a child here and there, because the fairy energy wants to play with you. Okay, let's see what else we have. Oh, we've got the Tower in the reverse. Something is about to break down. Something broke down. You are the wrecking ball. You are the flame bringer. You are the rain when the dark cloud comes. You are the opener, the electricity, the spark. The tower's in the reverse, so somebody didn't break the tower, you're breaking the tower. The tower wasn't broken for you. You are the bringer of bringing down something that was disgusting to you, something that felt bad, smelt bad, tasted bad. You could feel that it wasn't the truth, it wasn't real love. see. I feel like you're super brave. If you're the wrecking ball, then you're a brave individual, and that's what I see you as. Okay, we also have crystals. Oh, your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. You could even get a healing energy from this card by looking at it. Maybe pause the video for a minute and look at it, because the energy depicted in this card is magical, and I was getting the energy of the fairy realm with you. The fairy realm are tightly woven into the crystal elemental beings, and just this card alone can give you a magical feeling. And if so, then you have a tie to crystals, to crystal beings. All right, how does it work? How do people work with crystals? Well, from my own work that I've done, it's like this. You hold a crystal in your hand. Let's see, I'm gonna grab one. Your crystal doesn't have to look anything like mine, okay? But I grab this crystal, I hold it in my hand, and I just I get quiet. I go into a meditative state, and I ask it, after I hold it for quite a long time, I get comfortable with it, feel its energy, let it feel mine. I either ask what it can do for me, or I ask it to do something for me. And probably doing both would be the most ideal way to work with a crystal. They say sleep with your crystals, put them around your bed so that you can start integrating your energies together. You can also put a crystal in your hand, and it can be any shape, size, doesn't matter. And you can just say, I ask you to promote more wealth, more health, more well-being in my life. And you just kind of hold it and wave it around and ask it to assist you. And when you grow to love your crystal and treat it as though it is a unique human being, because it is a being just as we are, then it ends up acting like a being and an assistant and a helper. Okay, so you have a unique tie to crystals, and this could be back from like obviously you have like a past parallel timeline that's coming into play through this reading, where you have worked with crystals before. You're going to have an innate ability to hold a crystal and feel its energy. So cool. Pick up a crystal. Whatever one that calls to you is the right one. Okay. You guys are so cool. Yes. You guys are so brave. I was feeling that bravery. Okay, there's bravery that's being focused on by your bloodline is bringing out a sense of bravery, because you've got beyond fear. You are treading in a place where other people didn't tread. You can do this. You are here to do this work. That is why you are here right now. That is one of your main reasons, because you are going to be able to break up something from I think it's like something from your family heritage that was just handed to you, and you're like, I'm gonna wreck that shit. Yeah, give me a minute. I'm gonna figure out how to wreck that too, because I'm not handing that down to my next kin. Okay, we've got sorrow, loss, grief, depression. Yeah, it could be simply that you're healing depression within your family. There could be a sense of deep sadness that your family members have passed you that's like generational. Or it could go into like abuse, or depression can be abuse of the self, right? It could be like a serious anger issue that your family deals with, that you had to live with growing up, and it caused a lot of pain and trauma, and you ended up mimicking your family members. Or it could be drug related or alcohol related. There could be like a dependency on drugs or pills, or it could be an array of anything. It could even be verbal abuse. Maybe somebody belittled you as you were young and at a tender age, and that can be one of the hardest abuses there is, to grow up with somebody that speaks negative and rude to us constantly every day. It just wears us thin. It can take a lot of that just reminds me, like my children, right before this reading happened, I have 2 teenage boys, and they got physical. They got mad at each other. One of them knocked the brownies out of the other one's hands, and the other one went for him where he should have said sorry. He didn't. It annoyed the other one, and right before your reading, I had to stop what I was doing and go down there and speak with them, and it's sad. I don't want my children acting like that, and I feel guilty for anything that I did to make them think that's okay. These are 2 little guys that grew up with each other too. I mean, they're not even 2 years apart, so they've had squabbles. But I do know that I've worked with them. I talked to them. I was like, okay, what's the real problem? Who's hurt here? Because it always stems from a hurt. It always stems from one of them got their feelings hurt. So I found out, we talked about it. They said their piece, and in the end, everything was okay. But when you don't explain, when you don't have an outlet, that pain, the sorrow just resides there. And if you're immature and not able to cope properly, that's when it can get physical. Okay, so, right, and my kids probably do it 3 times a year now, and when they were younger they did it a lot more. So we are working on it. We are working on things, and I'm human too, right? We all have things that we're working on. So whatever it is that you are dealing with, whether it be abuse, depression, or any of those, it's being addressed now, and your ancestors are here to guide you. They're here to work with you. The fairy realm wants to play with you and not make it so what's the word? They want to make it so that it's not so serious all the time. That it's okay to be feel like you're a little bit fragile, not perfect. It's okay to not be perfect. Like I just explained that I wasn't perfect. Did it scare me a little bit? A little bit, but oh well. You know what I mean? People judge us. There's nothing we can do about that. If you can do something to help another being by admitting that you're not perfect, then there's value there. And if I helped anybody by, explaining my situation, then I don't care. Whoever is going to judge me for whatever they want to judge me for. Okay, so your loss, your depression, your grief is being acknowledged, and it's okay I'm not saying it's not serious, but it's okay to let it not be so serious and so dramatic and so this is it. It's in this and that's that. You don't need to keep it in a box is what I'm trying to say, right? You don't need to keep it in a box. Open up the door, air out your dirty laundry a little bit, because there's other people that have some similar dirty laundry. All right, it's okay to talk about it, and it's okay to not let it get you down that you're not perfect. None of us are perfect. Okay, look at this. You saw the devil. You saw the addiction. You saw the addiction to self-destruction, and you're doing something about it. And you're going beyond your fear. You're going beyond the chains, and you are stepping up and taking hold, and you're going to wreck the situation and build up new. That's you. And your bloodline has been waiting for you to do this. You are the breaker of chains. You are the breaker of chains, right? Game of Thrones. You're going to just go in there and just break it. Bust that system up. I feel like something was done to you at a soul level where you just like have this pain, and it happened probably while you were growing up. It affected your self-worth. It affected your ability to feel confident, comfortable in this life. And it's time to recognize it and say, hey, this made me feel uncomfortable. Even if it's something small, like it doesn't have to be the worst abuse in the world. If it hurt you, it hurt you. And it may have been handed down generation to generation, because this is a bloodline reading. So this could have been going on for hundreds of years, if not thousands. I don't know. So I believe you're going to be handing the next generation something totally different. Let's get a card for the Tower. Damn, girl, damn, son, damn. You have the Magician. You are the bringer of the good fortune. So go easy on yourself. Like, right? I went easy on my kids. I didn't like cut them down and tell them they were a piece of dirt because they handled it in a way that I didn't like. No, I didn't. I nurtured them. I told them that I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sorry your brother made you feel like that. And through that nurturing, they felt safe to be honest. And when they felt safe to be honest, good things came. It's time for you to feel safe, because you are the bringer of the tools. I feel like you're going to be bringing new tools to humanity on how to heal this situation, but you're working on yourself. You're working on yourself. Very cool. Crystals. So I feel like you don't really know what to do with the crystals. You like, I feel kind of witchy. I kind of feel like I am a bit witchy, but I really don't know what I'm doing here. Well, don't get hung up on the logistics, okay? Make it up as you go. I'm telling you, that's the best way to do a lot of things. Yeah, get a little advice, but you don't need a bunch. You don't need a book on how to do it. You just like kind of feel your way through it. And if that's not for you, then find something else that is. If crystals isn't your thing, then, oh, I apologize. I guess that wasn't for you. There's something else that's going to help you. We've got the Queen of Wands. You standing tall. You standing strong. You are finding something that you totally want to do in this lifetime, and you are different. You are different than other people, and you're gonna wear it as like a badge of honor. Maybe you don't wear this negative, painful situation as a badge of honor yet, but you're about to. You're going to, and you're not gonna care what people think about it. You're just gonna say, this is what I'm doing. This is who I am now. I'm extreme. If you don't like it, then get away. You've been rejected in the past from standing up for your beliefs, but you're going to get to a point that even that doesn't matter. I feel like you're bringing like double aid into society, like double aid for yourself. And then it's just going to spiral out and aid someone else. And it's going to be such a beautiful commitment to your healing and to humanity. With the Sorrow card, we got the Four of Wands. So it could be you were married to somebody that didn't treat you right. Maybe this person brought you down and you ended up treating them pretty bad too. Maybe you're ashamed of the way you talked to somebody or treated them, or you married somebody that you know you shouldn't, and you feel bad about that. Well, you know what? You have to do what you got to do, because you've got the sun calling you. You've got something bigger calling you. And it's time for you to reclaim the lost pieces of your childhood. The sun is here. The sun is going to shine and show you the way to walk next. It's time to let it out of the box. Open the lid and let it out. It's time. The Hermit. You just want to kind of go alone and not show everybody what you're doing. You're like, yeah, I'll get online and see what everyone else is doing, but I don't really want them to know what I'm doing. Okay, I get that. But there's going to be a time that this changes, and if you have an opportunity to have your story assist another being, then why wouldn't you? Like, your soul is going through this huge, beautiful growth, and other people will be able to excel from your leaps and bounds. I feel like, yeah, you were treading water in the past when you tried to do this, but that's because you're a different person now. You're not sinking in quicksand anymore. And like, you're like an open-ended book at this time, and I feel like you're just gonna like disarm people with your beauty and charm. You're not slowing down at all. If you feel this hermit energy, okay, there's a place for it. I get it. I think we all go through that with our healing journeys. We all need time alone. We all need a lot of time alone. But it's not your end all be all. Your self-worth is growing. Your expectations are going to change. And yes, this beautiful divine feminine energy may be really prominent right now, and we need to respect that. But there's also a bigger picture where your abilities are going to shine through, and your bloodline is the cause and the force behind this extreme ability. And I see you like daydreaming something into reality, this time without any trickery. This time it's just going to be all up front, and that's why it's going to be successful. An adventure is coming, dear friends. Beautiful. Okay, let's grab a couple ending cards here. Facing my shadow removes darkness from the world. There you are. You're like shining a spotlight on society, on humanity, for the better. You were shaped by your heritage, but it never really changed you at your core. You always continue to allow like love guide you. Because look at that. You're the light. You're the light. The light clears the darkness and opens the way for us to travel. That is you. Maybe a less evolved soul wouldn't have been able to do what you're doing, but you truly are the hero. You truly are the one that's doing this. You are creating change, real change, and you are dreaming this life into reality. Your mind is an altar to source energy. You have a beautiful mind. Ooh, your third eye may be opening at this time. It might be, you might be getting a few like nudges from your spirit guides, and it's just gonna feel like a bit of higher vibed information coming into you, source energy, and it's going to show you the way, and it's going to guide you. Beautiful, beautiful reading. So I want to thank you guys for subscribing to me and giving me all those thumbs up and helping to grow this channel. I truly appreciate your support, and I just want to say thank you for it. And I ask you to please continue to supporting this channel and maybe handing this reading to another person if you know they have some sadness or they're dealing with something that just doesn't feel good. I feel like this reading might be for a few people. So yeah, thanks again for your love, and I send you all my love back, and I will see you next time.